because it creates a lot of difficult choices. So you can see when the defender is going over the screen, we get caught in this temporary 2-on-1 situation. So it's really important to understand how it works, understand what the offense wants, what they're trying to get, and playing those details and those angles really well, which we'll get into in this video. This defense is a little more detailed and technical, and it's not always going to be exactly right, but it's important to understand what we're looking for, and especially what the offense is looking for, so that even if we don't do it textbook or perfectly, you can still get a stop if we're communicating and working hard and we're on the same page. So I'll go over soft show and a hard hedge. They're basically exactly what they sound like, but the details are really important. So on a soft show, we're just kind of shading out, slowing down the ball handler. On a hard hedge, it's coming out aggressively to stop them. It'll make sense in the clips. So we'll just start with the soft show and just get into it. So the first one we're going to look at is a pretty spot-on example of a show and recover and what we're trying to get out of it. And the main thing that we're looking at is positioning, particularly Mercedes Russell here. In this case, she's the one who's caught in that momentary 2-on-1. And here, she's in a great position to guard both. First of all, she's low and athletic and ready, and she's in a good spot where she's not abandoning her player. You can see she literally still has a hand on the screener, but she's still ready to greet that ball handler, slow her down enough for her teammate to recover and get back into the play. And as soon as her teammate gets back into the picture, ready to defend her girl, Russell recovers and gets back to her man. And you can even go back and see how these other three players are very aware of what's going on. They're also playing in between a little bit between their players and the pick and roll, helping off to get through it. I feel this clip really shows that it isn't always going to be perfect, which I'll probably keep saying throughout the video, but with the right concepts, communication, and effort, you can always get it done. So first things first, we'll watch A'ja Wilson here on this show, and already she's in a great position. She's directly in front of the ball, got enough space that she's not getting burnt by either the ball handler or the screener. And here she's forced to show a little bit extra because her teammate really gets slammed on the screen, and personnel, that is a knockdown shooter with the ball. And we always got to stop the ball first. So A'ja Wilson hangs out a little bit longer until her teammate is fully able to get back. And again, because we got two on the ball right now, we can see how the other three players on defense are helping out. They're each sagging off their player, playing in between a little bit so there's no easy passes while we're at that momentary disadvantage. And of course, Wilson does a great job recovering back to her original player and even pulls off the sick block. And another really good soft show, just playing the angles right so that we're containing, stopping the ball handler, but not getting burned and not getting in our teammates' way. Also, it's extremely helpful if you're the one getting through that screen to fight through physically and quickly, as we see Cooper does a really good job here. Then your teammate doesn't have to help and show so long and they can get back to their player. And once again, we've got a great position for that show, just off the screen enough to contain and stop the ball handler without getting beat so that our teammate can recover and then we can get back to our own player. And you can see that's a job well done defending that particular action as the offense gets nothing out of it. Alright, this last clip of the soft show is a really good example of defending as a team and how we can get the job done even when things might not be going perfectly according to plan. So again, we're going off the ball screen. Sabali here is in a really good position, right? She's just tight enough to the screen, but still ready to come off and stop that ball handler. Which she does, but she gets stuck out there just a little bit too long. Maybe you get lucky and get a tip on the pass, but now we got two players out there guarding the ball. But now we see the IQ and the effort of the rest of the team and how they help out. Thornton recognizes that the roll is left open, so she slides over to help and stop that obvious next pass. And I think she could have even gotten there a step earlier, but it's enough to stop the layup, force an extra pass. Then Alicia Gray does a great job recognizing where the help came from and where the obvious next pass is and gets that steal. So even when it's not textbook game plan defense, we can still help each other out, read what's going on, get a defensive stop, and even a steal going down the other way. So the main difference between the soft show and the hard hedge is the angle at which we're coming out to help. And it's kind of right there in the names. On that soft show, we're kind of playing in between and doing just enough to contain and slow down that ball handler. On a hard hedge though, we're actually attacking off the ball screen, and your main job is to stop that ball handler from continuing that direction. So we'll just focus on this second ball screen here. Jones's job is to come out hard, just a couple of steps to block and stop this ball handler from continuing where she's going. She's basically creating a wall for just a couple of steps to either stop or send the ball handler back the other direction. And you can see she comes out aggressively and at a great angle to stop the ball handler, send her back a little bit, while her teammate gets through the screen and gets back into the play. Here we see the same deal. That aggressive hard hedge stops the ball handler in her tracks, allowing our teammate to get over the screen, and then we get back to our man. And on this one, I want to emphasize the angle of that hedge, and that when you're in that position, you're not guarding the girl one-on-one. Your sole job is to just send her back the other way. So we're watching Russell here. First, how aggressively she comes off of that screen to hedge, and then the angle that she's doing it at. She's hedging hard to stop that ball handler, just while her teammate fights through the screen to get back into the picture. In this instance, she just has to stop the ball handler from driving middle. Look at the angle of her feet. She's not guarding the ball one-on-one to the basket, just trying to stop her or send her back the other way. And if she does send that ball handler back the other direction, that's where our closest help is anyway. But in this case, she freezes the ball handler just enough and then does a great job hustling back to her man with her hands up and stops any easy pass into the paint. Alright, this last clip, we're really emphasizing just how hard you gotta come out on that hedge. And again, we're not playing her one-on-one to the basket. We're just trying to send her back from where she came. So again, we're watching Jones here. She comes out at that sharp angle. We can see her feet. She's obviously not playing the ball handler one-on-one to the basket. Just blocking her from continuing that direction sends her back to her help. And her teammate, the one guarding the ball here anyway, does a good job anticipating and getting into the right spot to guard the ball. Job well done.